Harry, this is Lord Potato, and this is What If Naruto Was the Son of Kisame, Part 5. So, I'm not gonna do a recap, I'm too fucking lazy right now. I will go where I kinda last left off at. So, I last left off where Naruto got the, Trident and the, Shark Summoning. He managed to summon the Megalodon. That's the leader of the sharks. Yes, the Megalodon. And it is a legendary summoning creature. So yeah, Naruto has two for the dragons and the sharks. So I did explain how it all works if you go watch the other one. But yeah, I'm not gonna freaking explain. Because I have to do a test tomorrow. And I'm gonna probably make this short. Sort of. Okay. Let me now go on. So Naruto, Kisame, Itachi, Sasuke, and Jiraiya were at this hotel. Now, if you're wondering where they were going, they were just going to a hotel in the Land of Seas. Now, they are at the Land of Seas, just relaxing because yeah, after training a lot, they just want to relax and somewhere where there's a lot of water. Itachi made a joke saying, "Hey, you just want to relax here because it's your home of the sea." And then Kisame punched Itachi right in the face. So yeah. Um so they're all just relaxing, even Kisame. And then Naruto just decided to walk around the village, the land of the sea and all that. He just walked around and then he goes towards a forest, just walking around. He kind of bumped into someone that has a lot of bandages, like legit, like a lot of them around her like face and all that. And like she has a lot of random bandages around everything. And I did mention that Naruto is 16 now, so there's a lot of things gonna be changing. But yeah, but this person has purple hair and like sort of like black eyes. But yeah, Naruto actually then bumps into her and she kind of falls down. She had food on her and all that she was going to her house, but Naruto actually bumped into her and she dropped it. And Naruto says, I'm sorry," and tries to help her out. And she's like, no, don't worry, don't help. She tries to like talk, but she can't because she's stuttering a little bit. And then she noticed a headband that Naruto has around his neck. Ninja. Of course, Naruto isn't really much of a ninja right now since it's only a 4-year training time skip and all that. A training skip, so I mean, he's not doing mission, he's just training. And of course, Naruto has his sword. And of course, his trident, he can actually summon it. And then, like, he puts water out and he can just bring out the trident. It turns into an actual trident, the trident that he got last time. But yeah, he doesn't have it right now on him, like around his body or something. He has a sword, but the sword was this. His sapphire sword that he got from the Sapphire Dragons is this. This is the true form of the sword. And this is the trident that Naruto just got. So yeah. And Naruto, he is just now just going, well, not going, like he's trying to help her and all that. And then she kind of just said, "No, thank you." And then Naruto says, "What is your name?" And she says, "Aisorabi." And Naruto says, "Aisorabi, nice name. My name is Naruto Hashike." Or yeah, so he took what's it called, Kisame's last name. Even though he likes his Uzumaki, he doesn't have really red hair. So he took the last name Hagashi or whatever it is from what's it called, Kisame. So she says, yeah, nice to meet you, Naruto." And she like stutters, and then she decides to leave and all that because she doesn't want to be with a ninja, a shinobi. And Naruto thought it was kind of awkward, but Naruto started just walking away until Aisorabi got kind of ambushed by two people. These two people are the two teammates of what's called Kabuto, like the ones that Sasuke fought one, and the one that chakra absorbs, and the other one. Naruto felt that, and of course, Aisorabi just got punched by like a chakra fist and all that. And Naruto felt the chakra, so he ran back to where Aisorabi was at. Saw the two ninjas kind of just fighting her and all that, and then Naruto realized that those two ninjas were Kabuto's teammates. How he noticed? Because of the two glasses, like the two freaking black glasses and all that. And he just like, wait a minute, isn't that? I see. And so Naruto, he rushes at one of them, and the one that can like not absorb chakra, the other one, so like turning around and sees Naruto. Naruto pulls out his sword and already slashes at him, cuts his arm off, and he screams and just says ah. And the other one that can absorb chakra was like, what the? Are you okay? And Kisame was kind of feeling a little chakra spike, saying it must be Naruto just fighting someone. Wait a minute, fighting someone. Okay, and then Kisame did not really want to get out of his spot, so he asked Sasuke to go where Naruto was at. So Sasuke was like, sure, why not? I don't have anything to do. So of course Sasuke goes to where Naruto was kind of fighting, using his chakra to kind of like glow around to get faster and all that. So he puts water chakra around, and then Sasuke gets there and sees Naruto and says, Naruto, what are you doing? Sasuke. He was like, Sasuke. He was like, Sasuke. Sasuke was like, Naruto, what the hell is happening? And Naruto said, well, Sasuke, you remember those two people? Well, you remember the two teammates of that one ninja named Kabuto? And Sasuke said, yeah. Yeah, I know, the one that Orochimaru's like whole freaking, yeah, and all that. So Naruto says, yeah, those. You remember the one that absorbed the chakra and all that? Sasuke said, yeah. Well, look, he's over here. He points at the other one. And Sasuke says, you know what? Since you remember the last time I kicked your ass, Mr. Absorption. I don't remember what their two names were, but I'm just going to call one Absorption and one sort of go with water and all that. So he just says, you really think you could defeat me, Uchiha? And Naruto just killed the guy that can sort of use water and also like extend his hands and all that. And Naruto just killed him. And then the Absorption tried to attack Naruto because he just killed his like teammate. And then Sasuke like got right in front of the guy and just said two words. No, wait, not two words. One word. Amaterasu. He burns. He can't absorb the chakra of the Amaterasu because it's black flames. And you can't extinguish black flames that much at all. I mean, unless you're a Otsutsuki that can actually absorb anything. But this man isn't an Otsutsuki. So Aisorabi was kind of glad that those two ninjas are now, I mean, not two ninjas, those two kind of people that kind of hurt her are dead, but scared that the two shinobis actually helped her, and she doesn't like shinobis that much. And so I should also mention that Naruto's mask was kind of like covering up his like sort of scales, those fish scales, and gills, not scales, scales. I think that's how it's called, right? But yeah, it was covering up with like her face and all that, like cheeks and all that. And she was like, "Thank you, but I must be leaving now." And so Naruto says, "You don't want me to help you?" And she said, "No, no." So Aisorabi was, I forgot how old, but wait. So Isarabi was, I'm gonna say she was like sort of 16, since it really doesn't tell us how old was she in original canon. So she's 16 right now, and she just walks away back to her house, and Sasuke says, "What was that whole thing?" Naruto says, "I have no clue, but did you use your Sharingan to see what under the bandages are?" Sasuke said, "No, because I'm not a perv." Naruto says, I'm not telling you to look under her clothes. I'm telling you to look under her bandages." Sasuke says, "Whatever." And so he just walks away. And Naruto says, "Okay, well, fuck you, Sasuke." So Naruto actually decides to follow Isarabi to see where the heck she's going. Because Naruto seems interested in Isarabi for no reason. But he's just looking at it and all that. And there's a bunch of people that were like, so what's it called? So that was happening, and Naruto, he just goes to Isarabi's house and then sees that the house is kind of broken, has like some shattered glass and all that, has some scribbles, and a bunch of kids are calling what's it called, Isarabi monster and all that. Like she's getting hit by rocks and all that. Some like little kids, and of course she almost gets hit by one rock until Naruto grabs it and says, "Kids, you think it's a good idea to attack an innocent girl?" And they say, "She's a monster." And Naruto says, "Really?" So he crushes the rock in his hand, and the kid was about to just kick him. And Naruto pulls down his mask and smiles at him, saying, "Kick me and you die." Because Naruto can care less. Like, sure, it's a kid, but Naruto can care less. The kid gets just horrified that this man has sharp teeth, some fish scales, and a sword, and can easily kill him. The kid fucking runs. The other kid sees this and says, "You're a monster also." Naruto pulls out the sword saying, "Really? So you want me to kill you right now or you're gonna run?" They all fucking just run. Naruto just started dying. He's just laughing so hard. Because he can care less. Like, sure, maybe some ninjas will go after him. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Naruto can care less. He can kill them. He got trained by the best. And when I mean the best, I mean Kisame. Train him. So even if like an S-rank ninja decides to go after Naruto, he has his father, which his father just easily gonna beat the crap out of him. Well, not Naruto, mostly the S-rank ninja. So yeah. And Naruto turns around and looks at Isari and says, "Are you okay?" Naruto still has his mask down. And of course he like pull off the headband and all that off his neck and all that, and put it on his pocket and all that, and says, "Are you okay?" with a big grin of smile, showing his sharp teeth. And Isarari saw the fish scales that Naruto had, like on his like eye and all that, with also his sharp teeth. And Isarari just looks at him and says, Yes, I'm okay." Naruto smiles and says, "Good." Pulls out his hand and says, "Come on, get up." And she does, like, grab the hand. And Naruto pull her up and then Naruto says, "Let's go to your house." And so Riley says, "Okay." She, like, feels super comfortable with Naruto because Naruto isn't normal at all. He has sharp teeth, which no normal human should have. He has fish scales, which no normal human should have. And what Isarabi's thinking is that Naruto's the same as her. A monster that was created from things and all that. No, Naruto, this is just how he looks like. This is just natural how he looks like. Isarabi was experiment on, Naruto isn't. But Naruto knows the pain of being called a monster sometimes. He didn't have that much of a horrible life because he doesn't have the whiskers. But Naruto started just cooking for her, like, inside her house, and Isari just says, "That's unnecessary." Naruto says, "It's okay." He puts out a lighter, burns it. He doesn't know any fire juices. His whole fucking abilities are water, wind, and lightning. There's no fire in it. He even tried to do fire jutsus, but the problem is when he tries to do them, it doesn't work. It really does not work because he has no fire jutsu. Even though he can train hard enough to actually decide to learn fire jutsu, like Saboteur, let me say that again, Haruzen and Sabotori. The problem is Naruto cannot really use fire because his clan prevents it. Okay, his bloodline accidentally just prevents him from ever using fire style. Earth style, on the other hand, Naruto has a couple. It's just defense. But fire, it like prevents him to ever use it. Like he tries to use it once, but instead of like coming out as fire, it comes out as steam. And Naruto is just like, what the fuck just happened? Like he did all the hand signs right. He has to try to train like fire, but it doesn't work. So yeah, Naruto has no fire jutsus at all. Not even the basic one he can't use. So yeah. Earth style, he does have some basic ones, but those are just like low ranking. Even a Genin can learn them, but Naruto can barely use Earth style neither. Like his bloodline also prevents it, cause it's sort of on land, and Naruto's bloodline was sort of supposed to be in water only, for being a fish person and all that. So yeah, but wind and lightning is sort of from like his Uzumaki side, so yeah. So yeah, that's the problem. So Naruto uses like a lighter to burn and all that and cook and all that. Aisorabi, she's okay. She's like feeling comfortable with him and all that. And Naruto just gives her food and all that and she eats it. And Naruto eats also and says, "So, why do you have that many bandages?" And then she kind of blushes and says, no reason. Naruto says, "You don't need to be afraid of me. I know I look like a monster because of my teeth and my sort of scales that I have in my eyes, under my eyes. But you don't need to be afraid of me." And she kind of just says, "No, that's not the problem. I'm not a..." Naruto says, "It's fine. Just because I kind of look like a shark doesn't mean you gotta lie." And she says, "Fine." Now, I should also mention that Naruto's skin is the color of Kushina's, not as Kisame. Or, well, it's a color of, what's it called? Damn. So Kisame's skin is sort of blue, right? Well, Naruto's skin is sort of the color of this guy. Now, of course, Naruto does have blue eyes and not like fish eyes, like Kisame and all that. So, yeah. Now, Naruto says, "Do you want to come back to the hotel with me to actually meet my father?" And Aisabi says, she kind of blushes and all, and says, "Your father, if you say no, it's fine. My father looks just like me. Just an older version and more blue skin." And Aisabi says, "Wait, blue skin?" She just kind of gets confused. And Naruto says, "Yeah, my skin isn't supposed to be sort of this kind of pale and all that. Because I'm kind of mixture up, so yeah. Sort of human and fish." He kind of smiles and all that. Aisabi kind of gladly kind of goes along with Naruto. And Sasuke's back at the hotel just sleeping. Because, yeah, Itachi, he's relaxing. Kind of just thinking and relaxing at the same time. Kisame is really in the water, enjoying the water. Because he's fish, I'm just kidding. But Jiraiya, on the other hand, is peeping on women. So, yeah. Naruto goes to where Kisame, his father's at. And Naruto gets there and he says, "Father." His father is just laying in the water. And then he just wakes up and says, "Yes, Naruto?" Naruto says, "This is Aisorabi. I met her when I was kind of killing some shinobis away from her." And Kisame gets out of the water and says, "Hello." And he has blue skin. Yeah, so basically, what Kisame has is he doesn't have Samehara on him right now. Let me say that again. Right on him right now because he's not on battle. He has it in like a scroll and all that. He can summon it out of the scroll and all that. he doesn't have the red clouds and all that. His clothing instead is just a black shirt of this and all that. It's black and all that, not red. Black and blue, I should say. And the same kind of clothing in the original kind of how it looks like, but the cloak is black and blue. And Asobi sees Kisame, and Kisame kind of smiles at her with sharp teeth. And Kisame says, "So, Naruto, so why does she have so many bandages?" And Naruto says, "I don't know. I don't know. I tried to ask her, but she doesn't wanna tell me anything." And Kasami says, "It's fine." Asobi kind of says, okay. And then she kind of gets like this sort of like notice from like a mad scientist. I don't remember what the mad scientist was named, but he was the one that like experiment on Asobi and all that. But he was like in the corner of her eye, and she saw it, and the mad scientist just looked at her like angry, like saying, "Why the fuck are you here? You're supposed to go do a mission." So yeah, so what Asobi was at the beach for when before she got attacked by some kids and all that. She was supposed to go in the water, turn into like sort of fish something, I forgot what it's called. But she was supposed to turn on and go destroy a supply ship. Now, Naruto would stopped her, well, not stopped her, just helped her out and all that. And Naruto actually noticed like Asobi kind of getting like sort of nervous and all that. And Naruto noticed the glare. Same with Kisame. He noticed that mad scientist. The scientist was sort of, I think, glasses and sort of a white coat. But Naruto says, "Asobi, are you okay? Are you feeling okay?" And she says, "Yeah, I have to go somewhere." And Naruto says, "I can come along with you." And Asobi says, "No, no." Naruto just says, "It's fine," and just knocks her out. So of course Naruto just had to knock her out so Naruto can take her away, and so Kisame can kill the mad scientist. And where Kisame goes is walk towards the mad scientist, and the scientist just looks at Kisame and kind of squint his eyes and realizes this is the S-rank ninja Kisame Higashiki. And what Kisame does, pulls out a scroll and summons Semihara. And looks at him and says, "So, you're that one that probably experiment on that girl. You probably heard her also." And the scientist says, "No, no, no." And Kisame didn't take any lightly chance from him and just sliced him with the sword. Semihara taking his chakra and just tearing him apart. So, of course, Kisame did take his head and all that and walk towards the hotel. He did seal the head in the scroll and all that, and then put what's called Semihara back in his back and walked towards the hotel. Now Sasuke was having so many fangirls when he kind of left the hotel, and so he walked back. When Itachi walked out and fangirls looked at him, Itachi had like this glare, which every fangirl kind of walked away, scared of Itachi. Now, what's Sasuke wish is he had that same look where he can actually just scare the fuck out of them. Because Itachi looks more like what's it called, Fugaku, and of course Sasuke looks like Mikoto Uchiha. And he wished he looked more like his father so he can have that whole glare and stern look. But no. So yeah. When Naruto gets there was a bunch of fangirls of Itachi kind of looking at Naruto. Naruto did have his mask back on. And of course his like bright blue hair is kind of just poking up and all that. And Sasuke noticed that Naruto was carrying what's called Asobi. And then Sasuke just made a joke saying, "So, Naruto, are you gonna..." Naruto kicks Sasuke into a wall and says, "Shut up." And of course the fangirls of Naruto was like, "Hey," not Naruto, I mean of Sasuke, because Sasuke goes anywhere and he gets fangirls, yeah. Naruto turns around and pulls out his sword and says, "If you piss me off, I'll kill you all." And they all just decide to run. Sasuke says, "Thank fucking God." I should probably just say the same thing. So Naruto lays Isurari on the bed of his and waits for Isurari to wake up. So of course she wakes up and Naruto kind of looks under the bandages of Isurari and it shows some scales of hers and she like wakes up and of course she's all like all her bandages are like gone and all that because Naruto accidentally just removed all of them and Naruto just says that's a better looking let me say that again, a good look you have. And Asabi just looks around her scales and just says, you took them, didn't you? Now you're gonna see me as a monster. Naruto just looks at her and says, why would I look at you as a monster? I see you as a friend. He smiles and of course he has his mask off and of course he blushes a lot. And Naruto says, well, it's better if you look like that. Besides, you should show out your true form and all that. Uh, that is true. You would probably be discouraged as a monster and all that, but who cares? And then Naruto kind of pull out like a jacket and coat and all that, and like pants and all that to actually, and shoes and all that, with like sandals and all that, and gives it to Isurari, and Isurari wears instead of wearing like the clothes that she wears in the original canon. Naruto gave her like a like blue coat so she can get rid of her scales. And Naruto does teach her one thing, what's called a disguise jutsu, so her true form can actually be disguised into an actual person she looks like. So of course she looks just normal, but of course that coat is just to help her out and all that. She also the coat does have a hood over, and of course she puts it on and all that. And she does put on like blue pants and all that, like blue sandals. And Naruto says, see, it looks better on you. And Isari still blushes and all that. And Naruto says, oh, that reminds me, that mad scientist or whatever you were talking about, yeah, my father killed him. And she kind of looks at him and says, you said that was just blunt. Naruto says, yeah, of course. And she just like said, okay. So let me do a 2-day time skip. And of course Kisame and the others that kinda had a relaxed time. Also mentioned that Jiraiya managed to get caught multiple times and get his ass beat. So yeah. So Naruto he is what's it called? Going with Isoarbi. Isoarbi is coming along with Naruto and all that. And of course, I should mention that's what's it called. Naruto is almost the same size as Kisame, like sort of a taller version than normal original canon. So Kisame is about like 195 centimeters in original canon. He's still the size, but Naruto's 185 centimeters. Now, if we're gonna say that in feet, I have no clue. I'm just searching this up. So yeah, Naruto is just now walking along, and Aisabi, she is about 179. So she's a little bit shorter than Naruto, but yeah. Sasuke is like in original canon the same size. Itachi is the same size also, but instead of being sick, he's a little bit taller now. And Jiraiya is the same size. So yeah, Naruto, they are all going back to the Leaf Village, and when they get to the Leaf Village, they are now at the Leaf Village, and of course, Naruto gets into a Leaf Village. Everyone gets into a Leaf Village, and they all go to the Hokage Tower. And the first thing that happens when they get there is a bunch of Sasuke fangirls and Naruto fangirls rushes at them. Of course, Sasuke like body flickers away, same way Itachi. Kisame, he kind of just glares at all of them, and they get scared and run away the other way. Kisame then body flickers to the tower Same with Jiraiya. Jiraiya is sad that he can't get any fangirls. Naruto just shows Aisorabi around and all that. And of course, Itachi also goes to the tower and all that and tells the report and all that. So yeah, Kisame does tell Tsunade about Aisorabi and how her problem is similar to blah 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 to Anko blah blah blah, but that's what Tsunade thinks is similar to Anko's problem and all that because she was experimenting on. So yeah. So of course Tsunade allows that Aisorabi can be here and all that. And Aisorabi is being happy and she's just looking around with Naruto and all that. And then there's where Haken comes and Haku. Haku is about I forgot how old. So Haku was like 15 in the original canon and all that. But now that there was a 4-year time skip, he is now 19 and he's pretty tall. And Haken is what's it called? She was like the same age as Naruto and she is now 16. So she kinda looks like a little older well, not older than Haku, but a little like taller like Haku. Same like she is about one I'm gonna say 178. And Haku is like not as tall as Sabusa. I forgot how tall he was. But yeah, Haku is about one like 189. Of course, Sabusa is taller than him and all that. But yeah, Naruto just says, "Oh, hello there, Haken and Haku." Haku kind of blushes and says, "Naruto," and Haken, not Haku, I mean Haken. Haken blushes and so Naruto says, "Hey, Naruto," and Haku just says, "Oh, hello there, Naruto," and Haken kind of just sticks around and talks to Naruto and also Iser Berry. Sorry, I'm kind of fucking up her name. No, yes, I realize that. And then Naruto says, this is Isobari. She is from the land of seas. She's not gonna be staying here. And then there's where Haku and Haken are leaving because they have to go meet up Zabuza and all that. Their father. And Naruto and Isobari are just walking until they met Sabara. Now, Sabara, she is now 16 also, and she is about 179. So she's kind of the same size as Isobari. And she has, of course, I did mention how she looks like blue hair and all that. She's also tall and, yeah. She also has her sword on her, and of course she does have a little bit of armor on her. She can carry and all that. She has trained her body to carry and all that. Now, Naruto has met the rookie, I should say. So, it was supposed to be the rookie, like, 12, but it's the rookie 13. If it doesn't count Sasuke, Naruto, Sabara, and Haken. Well, Haken doesn't really count that much, but yeah. But those three really doesn't count because Naruto already knows that. It's the other rookie 10 and all that. And, like, yeah, everyone's, like, getting stronger and all that. All got stronger and all that. Now, of course, Kakashi is called up and they have to do their whole, train, like, to whoever takes the belts and all that. So, of course, that's where we kind of skip to where it's at and all that. And, so, this is where now it's Kakashi versus Sabara. So not Sabara. So yeah, Sabara, Haken, Sasuke, Naruto, and even Isorabi. So they're kind of near a lake and some forest and all that, and also a field. And Kakashi says, "Okay, all of you 5 Isoarby did also get into the team and all that. Versus me, Kakashi, your sensei. And Kakashi's gonna regret this because all of them are like 10 times stronger than him. Especially Naruto. Naruto's 20 times stronger. Because there's a fucking lake and he's fucked. So if you know where this is going, yes. So Kakashi says, begin. All of them, didn't separate. They all jump into the forest and all that. And they all go as a team to strategize. So of course, Sabata asks for like their moves and all that. Their like skills and all that. Asks for Naruto and all that. Naruto says that he can summon, not mythical creatures, legendary creatures, and also can summon a trident. He talks about his like jutsu and all that. And Sabata talks about her attacks. Haken does awesome. Sasuke does the same, like he can do the Hosusan and all that. And then Isoarby talks about that she can go into a state to perform. They look at her and they kind of just nod at her. They don't really glare at her or anything because they don't really care if she's a monster or not. Because they already see Naruto, and Naruto's looking like a shark half the time. So, this is what happens. So, Kakashi's just reading his book. He knows that if he does not get at least one page before dying, because he already knows he's gonna die against almost all 5 of them, then, yeah, he's gonna hate his life. So, of course, a fireball kind of goes towards him, and I'm managing to dodge it. Then Sabata comes out of nowhere with her sword, and then ice Senbons, almost hit Kakashi. And she dodge it, but then gets hit in the arm. So of course Kakashi kind of yells, and then Sabata almost like slash at him. Well, not manage, actually does slash at him in the chest. And Kakashi says, "I gotta freaking do a jutsu, substitution jutsu." But of course he can't do it because so like his arm is fucking paralyzed and all that. So he has to get his right arm to like grab the Senbon. But of course, then there's where what's called Isaba Bari. She comes out of nowhere as her form and grabs Kakashi's arm, and she does have like strength and throws him into the tree, where there's Sasuke comes out of nowhere using Amaterasu, kind of burning the tree, thinking that Kakashi got hit by it, but really he just got on top of like his hair, not hair, but mostly on like the tree got burned a little bit. And then there's where Naruto actually uses his water trident to throw it at Kakashi. And Kakashi kind of just didn't realize this. And when he looks up, he just saw the Amaterasu, but then the trident kind of hit him. It didn't hit like his neck, like, you know that opening of the trident? It goes there, and of course it didn't cut him at all. He just got stuck to it, and of course if he moves anything, all 5 of them will fuck him up with different jutsus. So of course there's Sabata about to use her like family technique sword, very like 1,000 slashes. A rose, like she made her own technique. It's called the rose petal. The rose petal slashes, 1,000 slashes. If you want to know what it kind of looks like, think of what's it called? I should say Ruby from what's it called? RWBY from Ruby from there slash Byakugan from Bleach. Since like rose petals and all that. She was about to do it, and then there's Isoarby about to do a water jutsu at him. And then there's Haken about to use an ice dragon on him. Yes, an ice dragon just come behind her. And then there's Sasuke already in his Susanoo, like shooting an arrow at him. And then there's Naruto in like his sort of KCM mode with the Nine Tails. He managed to befriend the Nine Tails, but his form, instead of being like either orange or blue, is purple. Because it's dark blue chakra kind of mixed with Kurama's like sort of red color, kind of mix it into purple. And yeah, Naruto also activated his dojutsu, and he has his trident on him. He has this blue aura around him. And Kakashi is not. Well, he doesn't have his trident on him. Naruto has this, like, sapphire two-form sword on. And Kakashi says, "Hold up. You fuckers can have these bells. I'm good. I'm not trying to die from all five of you." Jiraiya says, "Ha, I trained the kid well." And then there's Kisame just smacking him in the head and says, "Trained the kid well? He mostly became a fucking pervert and, like, didn't even train my son." "The fuck you mean, train my son?" And great. Fuck off, Jiraiya. Tsunade also punched Jiraiya again. And then there's Itachi saying, "Good, my younger brother's doing good." Saba is happy that Hawking is strong. Same with Haku. He is proud of his sister. Aisarabi is sad because she doesn't, like, have people to complicate her and all, not complicate her, compliment her. But Naruto says, "That's good, Hawking." I mean, not Hawking, Aisarabi. Aisarabi just blushes and all that. And Hawking is, like, saying, "Well, Naruto, so she is the new teammate of ours, right?" And Naruto nodded. And then Sabata just said, "Good, because I was about to slash at Kakashi, but didn't give us that bells." And Kakashi says, "You fuckers can have them. I'm good. You don't need me as a fucking sensei, because I would die." Isn't that fucking right? And Naruto kind of nods, saying, "Yes, you would have fucking get slashed into nothing." But yeah, so this is where I'm gonna end it off for part 5. Part 6 will probably be tomorrow, maybe. I'm gonna say. Also, what's it called? Also want to mention before I go, if you want to comment on my YouTube channel, for some reason it doesn't show your comment. And even when I go into YouTube Studios, it's kind of fucking glitchy there. For some reason, I don't know why. YouTube Studios won't let me see your comments neither from there. Why I'm saying this right now is because... Let me show you. Also, before I do anything, Mr. I don't really want to give a crap about your name. Stop spamming me. So it's just whatever the fucking question you want. Does Naruto have more chakra than Shikaku? Of course he has more chakra. I fucking mentioned it before. I've been commentating. So, yeah. Stop fucking spamming it. Not spamming it, but fucking saying it twice in 2 different videos. So, yeah, in the comment. So, I want to mention this. So, of course, these are comments from my whole, like, different videos and all that. Of course, I can read them and all that, but the problem is when I click on them, it doesn't show your name. For some reason, YouTube decides to delete them. It gets annoying. So yeah, this also doesn't. Also, stop fucking asking if Diamond is a rough. I already know Diamond is rough, or in whatever the fuck it is. I don't give a fuck. So yeah, that's all I just want to mention. Cause comments, if you want to comment, yeah, it's better if you just join the fucking Discord if you're gonna say anything, because for some reason YouTube deletes the comments and it gets annoying. Does this one show? Yeah, it shows. So yeah, that's all I wanted to mention. So have a nice potato day, potato night, potato sleep, potato, and potato.